In favor, 161. Against, 0. Abstentions, 8. The draft resolution A/76/L75 is adopted.
All people everywhere have the right to a clean, healthy, and sustainable environment. However, our planet is polluted with plastics, which contain chemicals that are seriously harmful to people and the environment. We all eat, drink, and breathe plastics every day. The global plastics crisis is not just about waste. Each stage of the plastic cycle has direct and adverse impacts on the enjoyment of human rights. The extraction and refining of fossil fuels for plastics production contribute to deforestation, ecosystem fragmentation, and chemical contamination of land and water, and leads to widespread pollution of the land that especially affects indigenous peoples. The manufacturing of plastics emits plastic pollutants that impair the health of workers and fence-line communities. Hazardous substances used in this stage pollute the air, water, and soil, posing risks to human health and the environment. During transport, plastic products can be lost at sea, adding to the pollution of coastlines. Microplastics released during transportation further contaminate the environment and pose risks to marine life. Consumers are exposed to toxic substances in plastics through daily use. The use of plastic products exposes children to endocrine-disrupting chemicals found in toys or utensils. Packaging materials can transfer toxic substances to the food and beverages they come into contact with. Recycling is often seen as a solution to plastic waste, but only a small percentage is actually recycled. Improper recycling practices can introduce toxic substances into new products, perpetuating harm. Most plastic waste ends up in landfills, dumps, or is incinerated, increasing health risks for nearby communities. Individuals and groups, including children, women, indigenous peoples, coastal communities, surrounding communities, and those in vulnerable situations such as waste pickers, and people with certain medical conditions such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and immunosuppression, and those living in poverty are disproportionately impacted and face heightened risks and limited access to information and decision-making. Measures to end plastic pollution must take into consideration the cross-cutting impact of plastics on human health, human and labour rights, and on the climate and biodiversity, and must also encompass access to justice, accountability, and non-discrimination. A human rights-based approach provides a roadmap to address the plastic crisis. It guarantees all people the rights to participation, access to information, and access to justice in environmental matters, ensuring inclusive and informed decision-making aligned with scientific evidence and the needs of people in vulnerable situations. Businesses, especially companies that produce plastics or market plastic products, should clean up existing plastic pollution, pay reparations for harm, and make sure their products no longer damage our planet. Fulfilling the right to a clean, healthy, and sustainable environment for all requires us to reimagine humanity's relationship with nature. The Plastics Treaty has the potential to be one of the most transformative environmental agreements to date. We need to make sure that it does not fall short of its promise. It's time to act by embracing a chemically safe economy and upholding human rights. Together, we can create a healthier and more sustainable future for all. Join the movement for a sustainable future together.